Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I hope you're ready for some dodgeball.
Even if you're not, here we go.
Yeah, that's right.
It is it. This is the pinnacle of our existence. It is the medal matches. It is the final day, and you hear the audience here, the crowd getting a little wild.
As Team Canada runs out onto the court to the support of their fans, sporting that rose and black look. They've got a very structured warm-up routine. They look like a choreographed group out there. We have seen them doing these nice little warm-ups all throughout the tournament. And so Team Canada, the first team coming out here for the bronze medal match. They suffered a difficult loss to Malaysia yesterday, and their opponents are going to be coming out in a second. I think I heard the cheer.
Wow. Yes, we are gonna. They're gonna come out, and it's been seconds since we've been on the stream, and I've been told I need to up my energy. Thanks, audience.
Ooh.
But you know what? That means you're watching, so I like that. And you are correct. I'm super excited, but my voice doesn't say it yet because I just don't know what to do with myself. We have crazy matches. It is a redo, not a redo. But like a rematches of last year's. This is what we saw last year in Los Angeles in the finals. We had Australia, Canada men's and women's, and then we had Malaysia, US men's and women's, and we're going to see if the same results kind of happen this year. We're going to see what happens. I know Australia wants this medal. They want a medal.
Yeah.
And they're going to do whatever they can to take it. Canada is looking to place again after not placing last year.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we all want a medal. I want a medal, so.
Yeah, Canada did fall to the Australian women last year in Los Angeles, so having not medaled in a little bit, I'm sure they're going to be hungry. But of course, Australia coming so close in the semifinal against Team USA.
Oh, that was one of the most amazing matches of dodgeball I've ever seen. We will be releasing all these videos after the event on our Facebook, our Twitch, every social media platform. All the social medias will have all the games. So everything from courts 1 and 2 that were not being streamed on this feature court will be released. In the meantime, if you're hungry and to see that game, you can go to at Australian Dodgeball Federation and check that they had a stream up on their page, and at USA Dodgeball as well on Facebook. Both federations live stream their game, and since they were just kind of like holding a camera in the audience, you get some great audience reactions.
Yeah, if the phone microphone can handle it.
Yeah.
I know I took one as well of that finals, and yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome to the last day of the Dodgeball World Championship Cancun 2019. Please receive with a big applause the two teams in the female event. In the game for the third place, recibimos con un fuerte aplauso a los equipos participantes del juego por el tercer lugar, Australia y Canadá. Australia and Canada.
Nice.
Yeah, we have the dual language announcement coming out of the facilities here. Obviously here in Mexico. Cancun has been a wonderful host city.
It has been. Here comes Australia. Taking the court. They're serious, you know. Canada did a little fun loop, which I really liked earlier, but no, these girls are ready to go. They're ready to go.
Lining up, looking all official.
They are looking very official.
Escuchemos con el debido respeto el himno nacional de Canadá. Please stand up for the Canada anthem.
We're doing the national anthems. Do I have to sing? I hope not. national anthem. That's a tear I see in Terry's eye.
Feeling very patriotic at the moment, yes.
Single tear.
Good luck, Team Canada. Good luck, Australia. Esto es el Campeonato Mundial de Dodgeball Cancún 2019. This is the Dodgeball World Championship Cancún 2019.
Okay. Woo!
I don't know if you heard that right. Was they announced Australian national anthem? We had a cheeky oi 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 from the audience.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I always thought that was the Australian national anthem.
You'd be forgiven for thinking so.
Okay, well, the audience energy is up. My energy is coming as my body metabolizes this coffee and this caffeine. But this is going to be a very intense match. Like we said, both teams really fighting for this. Neither team wants to go home empty-handed. And no one will, because this experience is worth all that gold and silver melted down together, more than all that.
Yeah, it's been quite an experience. I mean, even yesterday, after both teams taking difficult losses in the semifinals, they still had determination in their voices and in their bearing.
It was just such a fantastic game on the Australian side that you can't help but be happy you played that hard, happy you're proud of yourself. I mean, obviously, it's never great to have it swinging the other way, but I mean, Gigi was just an absolute star. Every one of them, all of them. Alex Young was killing it. Carolyn, Georgie, literally, I'm just going to go down the roster.
Yeah.
Because I can. Because Claire, so good. But yeah, and they're pumped. They came out very, very positive. And Canada against Malaysia, it was a bit of a rough game, I believe, for Canada, and they are. I mean, again, they're fired up.
Yeah, Canada giving up an early lead to Malaysia, and then in the second half, the Malaysian squad was able to just kind of really work the clock, really frustrate the Canadian team, and limit their offensive options. So that we know that Malaysian women's team over the years has often been really successful with a style where they get out ahead and then they just kind of suffocate the other team. So Canada did fall victim to it, but I mean, for both of these teams, the big challenge of a bronze medal match is rebounding.
Ian and Kate, Line Graves, Joy, Megan, Jeremy, Kesa.
Okay, shout out to the refs there from the man in the sky.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were saying, Malaysia. That's what Malaysia does. Especially the women's team. Their second half team. They did that to the U.S. women's team, and they started off down and then started to come back. They did not in round robin manage to close that gap against the U.S. But I've seen in every match I've watched with the Malaysian women's team. They just come in the second half even stronger than before, which is dangerous because that's when everyone else is tired.
Yeah, I think we see some of these squads are amazing at adapting to what the other team is doing, finding a higher gear in that second half and when the going gets tough. So these teams did meet in the round robin. Team Australia had gotten out to a 4-0 lead before Canada stormed back, going on a 9-1 run before eventually securing the match. So momentum firmly in hands of both teams at different points, just Canada for a lot longer in that round robin game. I doubt Team Australia has forgotten that, and I doubt they're going to let that happen again in this one. As we see the teams getting ready, I'm sure a bit of nervous energy.
Yeah, I mean, it's tense. It's tense in here. Is it just me?
It's not just you. Somebody get us a massager.
We can get Jai is the Australian physio, and do you think they'll lend him to us?
I don't know, but Johnny Lowe is the physiotherapist for Team Canada, and he's my teammate in Ontario. So I hope he'll come up here.
We can get a discount?
Yeah.
All right.
At least if these ladies don't need him.
You get Johnny, I get Jai, and right out the gate, Georgie with the hit.
Yeah, found the foot. Lisa Mora tagged out. We got the early momentum. Carolyn Lee now struck out on the far side. Lee, who always looks so determined while she's playing.
She is determined in every aspect of her life, or at least she looks that way. Oh, hit on Kenley Croft there.
Yeah, that was Young and Fayad connecting. Team Australia sporting those bright yellow jerseys. Easy to see in the sun. Grosset now will head out as well. We've seen quick one for zeros in both directions here.
Exactly.
Big shot, the second one connecting onto Captain Jess O'Quinn. And so the accuracy from these teams continues. These women have great throws.
Great throws. It's currently 4 Australian players. Oh, Belinda attempting to block. Unable to follow through on that.
And Mackenzie Panette, who's in her first year with this national team, here in a medal match. No pressure. Jessica Gray, also in her first year with the national team. She gets the block out. See Biron in the middle, making the calls. Those two shots missing Alex Young as she gets under the ball.
Are all three of these ladies the first time on Canada?
Yeah.
Canada.
Great players for a while, but first time on the national team as we see an attempt onto Fayad. Mackenzie Panette can't catch that ball.
So we have 3 vets on the Australian side. All of these 3 women have been on this stage before, and for a few years. Alex Young is putting it, looking effortless, is putting it right into Gray's ankle.
Yeah, Young in her 4th year with this Australian team. Very, very young in age, but rich in experience and ability. Let's see, Fayad passing off the balls to the wings. Young rushes.
Nice shot on Claire.
Yeah.
Great sportsmanship on Claire.
As we mentioned many times in this tournament, the integrity of the athletes is very high. Biron gets that block. Team Canada's last player in this first point. We see the rushes. They miss. She gets to attack. Fayad slides to the side.
You gotta watch out. Gigi's gonna gobble, like, Alex, wow, nice shot. Nice shot. She attempted to, right into her fingers. She was just a little behind, or a little ahead of it, actually. And here comes Gigi. Gigi's pumped. She's fired up. She had a fantastic game.
Oh, stumbles. Missed. Nope. Grazed. Team Canada with the opening point.
She stumbled back. She was like, I can do this. No, I can't. I can. That slight moment of hesitation slowed her down just enough.
Yeah, and that's a position you obviously don't want to be in. Stumbling on the ground against an opponent with a couple of balls ready to pounce. Biron making it count. Canada up 1-0 with 3 minutes elapsed.
If you're on at home on your phones, on your computers, you can send us your comments, questions at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. We've got Bill Fisher here monitoring the Twitch chat, so if you have any questions, you can send them to him. And, on the counter right away, taking out Georgie.
Yeah, so Canada with the early edge off the rush. Both of these teams have been very quick and at times very aggressive on those opening runs. We see Croft and Mora holding the pressure. Those shots going Croft's way. Young with a fake as well, but Alex Young, who did play a little bit in Toronto after Worlds in 2017. Formidable catcher.
Yes.
And Latimer still in it.
Latimer has been on the Australian national squad for years and years.
Serving as captain this year, and Young on the other wing is vice captain.
Again, Alex Young taking out Bentley Croft.
Yeah, they do the nice timing with those throws. First one getting Croft in the air, the second one connecting as she landed. Really tough to deal with as the defensive player.
Looks like they rotated in, Canada rotated in Lynn Kirkpatrick. And as soon as I said her name, barely tapped, tried for the block, barely hit her. It looks like Sade Berkeley is in there now as well.
So good blocking for him. Getting under that shot was Jess O'Quinn.
So the Canadian team made two switches, but the Australian team kept the same roster. Interesting considering that the Canadian team and O'Quinn is out. Again, a block, but just barely must have tapped her, or into her foot, perhaps.
That can be tricky when you direct those balls downward on the block. Mora sending it straight ahead. Ooh.
You want to direct him out for sure, but not out into your teammates.
Yep. Mora with such a big fake, she stumbled a bit on the follow-through. Love to see those players committing to the fakes as we hear the sideline for Canada cheering. Latimer hit.
Is that Lisa Mora with the hit on Latimer?
I believe it was. And Team Australia still with 4. We see Carolyn Lee taking over that left corner. Ooh, and a hit on Panette.
Oh, she tried. Great coverage by Belinda there.
Yeah, Young hit out as well. We did see Panette make a catch like that in the round robin, just stretching forward with one hand and picking it up.
Yes. Well, we saw Carolyn do that.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of people put a lot of effort into reaching for those balls.
I don't know how they can even move anymore. At this point, they've been playing dodgeball almost like nonstop for 5 days.
Nice hit. They're still connecting on throws. Berkeley alone. A nice catch.
A catch and Gigi with the counter, but she just dropped right under that. Clip it. She dropped right under that. Gigi's and a catch on Gigi.
Yeah, wow, some clutch catching on both sides.
Absolutely. Timeout, Australia. Coach Ryan is like, wait a minute, everybody, let's calm down.
Yeah.
Let's calm down, everybody.
He may want to just be making sure that his team doesn't make any slightly excited choices while they're fired up from that back and forth. Fayad with the grab. Right after Berkeley had brought Croft back on with a falling backwards grab of her own. These are the kinds of moments you expect to see in these medal rounds from these top 4 teams, same teams in both divisions. They've been dodgeball powerhouses now for several years.
It's interesting. Well, I mean, I guess Coach Vic knows that Sade knows what she's doing. He's just kind of keeping his outline pumped up. They're smiling. They're having a good time. I love seeing that. And then on the other side, Captain Claire and Coach Ryan Watson.
Yeah, we've seen that a bunch from the Canadian side. Their timeouts, they don't always say a lot. They just use the time to take a breather, maybe say a few words, and then leave it up to the players to figure out how they want to proceed. Sidelines for both teams, cheering on their squads. 2-on-1 Australia.
Oh, they're definitely going to take that cross. Great block by Sade. She's going for Gigi. And takes a hit on Georgie, and then takes a hit. I think she thought she got Gigi, but that ball went right to the ground, right in front of her foot. And that, even again, that, I don't know if she hesitated, so I don't mean to say. I'm not trying to say that Sade hesitated, but there might have been a quick moment there where she went, wait, and then that was enough to take her focus. If you even split your focus for just a second, it can be a second too late.
Yeah, making decisive plays and good plays. It's hard to do both at the same time all the time for a whole tournament like this. It's mentally very tiring, but
But that was a great play. And then they, well, I mean, she's got to be tired.
Yes.
I always think, like, why'd you rotate your player out after you did this great plays? But they have a system, they have something that works for them, and she probably needs a rest. Oh, on a hit on, that's Shauna, right? Yeah, a hit on Roe.
Yeah, but they also
took out Belinda.
Yeah, Belinda Lowe off on the side now. Belinda Law, sorry. And
see, that's why I say Belinda, because I don't want to mess up her last name, which I will.
Yeah, our thanks to Australia for providing the pronunciations on some of those names. Ooh, double tap onto Carolyn Lee. You see those windmill throws, those underhand releases coming out from some of those Canadian women can be pretty deceptive.
Yes. 2 balls, miss. So for those of you at home, captains can call a timeout. Captains or coaches can call a timeout. They get, I believe, 2 per half. The refs can stop play. They cannot call a timeout in order to stop balls from flying or hitting someone.
Yeah.
The play needs to complete before the refs can call a timeout.
Does get hit out there.
Hit. Was that Lisa?
It was Lisa Mora.
Hit on Gigi.
Oh, that's a bad bounce.
Quinn right into, I can't see who that is.
That is Biron.
And, I mean, that was a little rough. Quinn was unintentionally screening her. I don't think she even knew she was behind her.
Yeah, perhaps. Quinn sliding over to retreat back to the corner. Biron happened to be behind her.
Bounced right up into her.
Nice catch, backpedaling.
Young.
O'Quinn making that look easy, even though obviously Alex Young has a very solid throw.
Yes. Oh, O'Quinn with the underhand pitch. Georgie's fired up too. She wants.
And back line.
Back line.
Sounds like Latimer found that back line, and those lines, they will eliminate you immediately.
The lines are lava. You can not so much as touch them without getting called out. So it is not subjective. It is what it is, and unfortunately, it's really hard to see how close you are behind them. These athletes have such an amazing sense of spatial awareness that I just don't have. It's pretty impressive. Oh, and taking the hit, taking the chance.
Yeah.
The throw. It was a little risky. She was trying to put some pressure on him, but lost the ball. Now 4 balls to. Ooh, nice dodging there.
Sometimes the best dodge is just hit the floor and hope.
So we've got 2-1 Canada over Australia right now. Australia is not. Oh yeah, they just threw in. Carolyn Lee taking out.
That is Biron again. And so Team Canada down to 4 players. And we see the Australian side trying to reclaim that ball. The throw's on them because that ball, even though it's not in hand, it is on their side. Latimer takes the shot.
Ooh, she takes the shot, tries to distract them enough to get that ball. It was not enough now. Australia has 1 ball, 1 active ball. That other one's just sitting there. That's dangerous for the Oz team because that ball just is sitting there like out of play and tempting them.
Yeah, we saw Holcomb hit out, but they did get a return shot. Alex Young, though, eliminated on that shot. Canada's sideline, their men's team, they're fired up.
Yeah, they are.
Coach Vic always over on the sideline talking to his team. Ooh, nice shot by Latimer. But Lisa Mora gets underneath. Latimer with those big fakes. Ooh, we see the take from the middle.
It's 3 experienced players there. Shauna, Brogan, Lisa, all of them have been here before. All of them with some medals under their belt.
You see.
Carolyn with that cross, she took the chance. She had a cleaner shot of the people in front of her. She went for Lisa, did not manage to connect. And,
Mora managing to block 2 with 1 ball as she jumped.
Nice.
Well done.
Well done.
The team talking things over. They go to Latimer. And Rowe retaliating.
Gigi with the cross, just again not able to connect. Carolyn was ready for it, but that's it. Oh, she did connect. Rowe is out, so 2-on-2, bringing it down.
Yeah, so we see good counters to the counters coming out. That time Fayad making the hit. Now coming up to the line with Lee. Lee with a like Terminator-like just walk forward, just ready to deliver that ball.
She's the T2000. She is the... I want to be her when I grow up.
Yeah. Very strong dodgeball player.
Very, very strong dodgeball player. Oh, good cross on Lisa.
It's interesting. We tell a lot of newer players to throw in front of them, straight ahead, take the easier shot. But these athletes are definitely at the point where they can go cross court.
I think Carolyn has definitely identified Lisa as a big threat to her right now. She wants her out. She wants her off the court.
Yeah.
And she's going to do what it takes to do that, make that happen. Canada cheering. Much like the U.S., Canada and the U.S. need better cheers compared to the Australia side. I think the world compared to the Australia side.
Yeah, they got those coordinated cheers down. Everybody participates. Brogan Moore hit out.
Although Argentina is really coming in with some great ones.
They had the volume and the enthusiasm.
Oh, so good. They could literally be just saying go, 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 and it's just great, so. And I'm saying go, 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 and oh! She went.
Mora excited, and why not?
Who's she bringing in?
That is Jess O'Quinn.
O'Quinn.
Saw O'Quinn slightly delaying her step in because Lee had her lined up.
Yeah, Carolyn just calm and collected and just determined, ready for it. She's going to take that shot, putting some pressure on him. Ooh, oh, landing it connected. What a great pass by Lisa Moore, turning that around.
Score, Canada 3, Australia 1.
As the man in the sky said, Canada 3, Australia 1, 7 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. Anything can happen. It is just the first match. Score, in my opinion, might as well be 0-0.
Yeah, and we saw Mora making one of those positional catches where she was down in a blocking stance, but with her body square to the incoming throw, her knees underneath, and that ball was just able to wedge in. I don't know if it got through her block or if she planned it, but either way, it's a catch.
It does not. I'm sure she does not care.
And went off the bobble, off the rush. Canada gets that bonus ball. But the clock is on them to throw. They have 10 seconds.
And again, they're sitting Lisa out now, probably because she's tired. But at the same time, when someone's on fire, you might want to keep them going. It's clearly working. The strategy is clearly working for Canada. Vic seems to know what he's doing there, Coach Vic.
Yeah, Lisa Mora works very hard on her conditioning and her fitness. So even if she's tired, I'm pretty sure she's still good to go if called upon. But Team Canada has a rotation. They have a plan.
And now they have 4 balls.
Team Australia still with 6 on the court.
Nice shot on Alex Young. Alex is just, they've just been really taking her out. Very, very, very strong, very talented player. Big threat. Canada knows that, is compensating for that.
Wow, nice grab by O'Quinn.
Great catching on Canada's side.
And another one. My goodness.
And another being kind of screened by her teammates. A lot of confusion there with the balls and all that stuff.
Canada, I think, with 3 catches in that sequence.
Poor Samantha Holcomb. There was a lot of distractions. That was a 1-minute match.
Canada 4, Australia 1.
Canada with 4 catches, right? 4 catches,
3
2
or
hits.
4, it was ridiculous.
It was, and again, poor Samantha there. It was just the unfortunateness of like the chaotic confusion, and Canada took advantage of that, which is what you have to do. So she didn't stand a chance in that moment, honestly.
Yeah, that was tough. Canada, in the chaos of it, they were seeing those balls coming in. They were seeing their shots. They took them, and like you said, that was about 1 minute for that point total. Canada with a 4-1 edge. We see Australia calling a timeout. I think that is a very good use of a timeout in this half, trying to really stall the momentum that Canada obviously is going to have after crushing that last point.
Once the Australians get pumped up, though, it does. I don't know if it's you or it's me or if it's been me being here for 5 days. They lock us in here at night. We wrap ourselves in the jerseys people leave behind and try to nap as much as we can. So I just feel like the energy is a little low on possibly the Australian side. I expected them to be a little more fired up, a little more pumped. But it just could be me. You know, I love my Aussies, so no offense.
We do see a whole bunch of them watching, cheering on the women's side. They find Alex Young again.
You're great. She managed to avoid that underhand throw. Was barely clipped out on that other one.
And you're definitely right. She seems to be one of the primary targets for Team Canada.
Yep. And there we go, taking out O'Quinn. Australia, 2 balls. Latimer, Caroline on the corners. The others squaring up for catching. Ooh, good crossing there. Shauna Rowe did not connect, but still great shot.
And now Australia will be on the attack. And we see that one connecting onto Berkeley.
Oh, on Sade. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Lynn one. Yes.
No, Lynn's fine this time. Lynn is fine.
She's fine.
And that lefty shot out of Shauna Rowe. It was close.
That was close. Ball retriever doing what she does.
Yeah, ref's right there. So if that wasn't okay, they would of course let her know.
The Canadian ball retriever said it was good.
Yep.
He was like, "Yep, she got me."
Exactly.
I really like those Canadian ball retriever shirts. I might try to trade for one.
Yeah, they look pretty sharp.
They are sharp. Oh wow, Caroline.
Yeah, hit on to Lee. She heads out. It's a 4-on-4.
Going right under it.
Now we see that is a very common way to try and defend yourself from an incoming shot. Drop to your knees, get that ball out in front of you to protect, cut down those angles.
Try to cover as much as your body with the ball, give them as little space to work with as possible.
And always remember to keep your hands behind that ball.
Yes.
You don't want your fingers to get tagged.
Your fingers are shockingly part of your body.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is interesting how that works. Remember, people watching, your fingers are part of your body, not part of the ball. Those are hard outs to call, so that's up to you and your integrity to take that. Oh, there we go. Latimer jumping over that, dodging to the side. Shauna had a great look. Claire was ready for her and just wanted to make sure she was off the court.
Yeah, but we also see Skellerup hit out as well.
Gigi unable to connect. There we go. That sounds like a more fun Canadian cheer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Canada side has had that one going a bit. Oh, but we see it's not doing them a lot of good at the moment.
Again, taking advantage of that moment where they're a little confused. They're trying to look around on the court, being like, wait, did my teammate just get out? And then you get out.
And Lynn Kirkpatrick, in what feels like her 27th year on this Canadian team.
It is, in fact.
Yep.
28. Fun fact, the tournament's only been going since 2012, but she's been on the team since 2001.
Lynn Kirkpatrick does get hit there. Great execution from Fayad.
Lynn is a shining example of integrity and honor.
Lynn also running a league in Ottawa with her husband Spencer Sereau, who has been taking pictures this weekend. They run Dodgeball Ottawa in, unsurprisingly, Ottawa, the first really competitive league in Ottawa, Ontario, and certainly the league where I began to play competitively.
Oh, nice.
So Lynn,
check it out,
doing an amazing job as part of the 2-person conglomerate running that whole endeavor.
Well, 2 amazing people. They're not. That doesn't even sum up who they are. Person can't describe it. Oh no, a little confusion there.
Yeah.
Team really distracted. Canada had kind of a moment, but they didn't take it.
Yeah, and they actually lose 2. So
Croft and I can't see who that is.
I believe that is Pinette on the far side.
It's
that ball popping up off Holcomb.
Alex is so focused forward on Rowe that she didn't even see the ball float right over her.
That's one of the tricky things. You do need to watch your opponents very carefully.
You got to multitask though. Those pop-ups can be dangerous.
But 2 hits from Australia, taking out Croft and Mora. So Australia with 2.5 minutes left. They're going to press to tie this up. They're down 4-2 at the moment.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Clearly we saw one game being played in 1 minute. So anything can happen at this time. Australia just wants to close that gap and take them. Oh my goodness, again with the catching. Again with the catching.
Yeah, Jess O'Quinn with maybe her third or fourth catch of just this opening half.
Canada has been just making tons of catches this game. I haven't seen them make this many catches. I haven't had the pleasure of watching a lot of the Canadian games, because it's your territory. But
my territory, as they call it.
Territory. Hit, and Claire was she out first? She was not, or she was. So the hit on Claire does not count because she was already out.
They had that bell released by Panette, I think, after she was eliminated.
She was eliminated.
So the captain and vice captain from Australia going to try to take down Shauna Rowe.
And they did. Shauna squaring herself up, leaning back, going, all right, put it right here, hoping that she puts it right in the pocket. She could grab onto it. She was unable to. Claire placing it right on the outside.
Yeah, we do see Shauna Rowe doing that move.
Go ahead.
We do see Shauna Rowe taking that move sometimes, but Claire Latimer knew where to put that ball, hitting outside that pocket otherwise. It's pretty risky.
So in the Canadian women's matches you've seen, have they been catching like this all tournament? Is this a great game for them? Have they found their stride in that moment? Like,
it seems to come in bunches for this team. Number 3, Biron, has had some amazing catches at crucial times. I think she's been, catching-wise, the MVP from what I've seen. But Jess O'Quinn, who is so good at just kind of squaring up to those balls as she drops down to her knees, also just a formidable catcher. One of the many reasons she's the captain of this team. And Canada bunching up, letting it go toward Fayad and Young. But both players alive. Team Australia still with 6, but 4 balls. They take out Shade Burke. No, that is Lisa Mora. Berkeley not actually in on this point. That's my bad. We see the O'Quinn twins on opposite corners. Jack O'Quinn is the one who's up putting pressure.
There's a lot of pressure. O'Quinn is going to go for it. I knew it. Alex Young she's hungry for the kill.
Yep.
She's a lioness and she needs to feed.
Young, formidable player. She's the one who throws. And Biron with those big fakes, buying her team some space.
She wants to go for that catch, switching it to Gigi, taking the ball out of the corner. Oh, great dodging by Holcomb there.
Yeah, some nice back and forth lateral moves.
Oh, nice look on, that's it. Oh, that's why I was like, that was a weird, interesting throw to give up all your balls, but we were so caught up in the match, the time is out.
I mean, I blame the referee for standing right in front of it.
Yeah.
From our vantage point.
Let's see, we've got no blocking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Australians, 4 Canadians. Each team starts with 3 balls at the beginning, no blocking. And again, no blocking is exactly what it means, no blocking.
And this is where those throws and those catches matter a lot.
Alex wants that, she needs that. She needs to get 1 catch so she can start her. Oh, fantastic coverage by Gigi. But Canada now has all balls. If they coordinate well enough. Oh, nope.
One ball coming in from the side, all of them missing.
Wow, fantastic dodging. All balls thrown, all 6 balls thrown, all 6 balls successfully avoided.
That is a morale boost for Team Australia. They hit out 2 from Team Canada. It is just Biron remaining.
The audience here in the stands is going wild, throwing obscene gestures, screaming. It's fantastic. Canadians are very polite people as a whole, but apparently when it comes to sports, the audience is not as forgiving.
They have their moments, that is for sure. And I think
unsure as to what this ref chat is. Do we have a person on the inside?
I don't think we do this time.
I'm looking to see.
You see on the replay just a couple of shots that take out 2 from Canada. So Biron, as the last Canadian remaining, has, as we mentioned, she's been an awesome catcher. I fully expect she's going to look for one. She settles down into that dare you to throw posture. Wow, great moves, avoiding 3.
Wow.
Holcomb holding down the line. I don't think she's going to take that shot by herself, though.
No.
I'm sure by now they've scouted out this Canadian team.
Yeah, right now they're just like, almost. She looked to try to get it back in. She did not give up.
Score. Halftime. Canada 4. Australia 4.
And the man in the sky said it best. Australia 4, Canada 4 at halftime. Catching like crazy on the Canadian side. The Australians coming through and adjusting for that. And they also just had great dodges. Like usually you say dodges don't win games. I mean, like it's funny because it's dodgeball, but you really want to try to go for the catch. You want to go for the hits. And I've said this to people on my teams that were the last ones in. I was like, you can't dodge your way to a win. You have to eventually hit or catch somebody. But the Australians, as always, proving me wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody here proving me wrong. They successfully dodged some fantastic throws and just kept themselves alive, got all those balls, and then used that to pick off the Canadian team. Because they couldn't do, it was so risky throwing one-on-one because the Canadians have been catching like crazy. It's a very exciting match, very back and forth. At first with the Canadian lead, in the beginning, I was kind of just being like, oh, I hope this isn't like, I want some excitement. We want some exciting dodgeball. I cheer for exciting dodgeball. My country that I swear allegiance to is dodgeball.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen that pledge you've taken.
Yes.
Canada with a 4-1 edge early on, but Australia not willing to let them run away with this. And we see a nice, close 4-4 match.
We've got, I was trying to get Superfan and Super Ref Ben in here to give his thoughts on the first half. He was very, in the stands in front of us, very passionate about the Canadian game. Ben, what did you think about that?
Oh, I loved it. I heard you just say your loyalty to the country of dodgeball, but seeing that early 4-1 lead and the quietness of the Australian fans, I was kind of concerned that it would be a runaway game. But to have there's early on a lot of like offense, hit, and then to feel that like catches starting to take on. That was very fun, just the back and forth.
Yeah, we see the momentum.
1v situation.
Momentum can swing in these matches pretty quickly.
And I think that's probably my favorite part about dodgeball is that momentum is constant. Whereas you watch basketball and it's late in the game, all of a sudden it matters. But once you get that 1v situation, wow. And we had some incredible ones there. And one of the things I loved was Biron. She was so confident on the court there. Did you see a point? She's like, aren't you going to throw at me too?
Yeah. Just daring the other team to put the ball where Biron could make that catch.
And so much of dodgeball is maintaining composure.
And so we do see both teams coming in off the opening rush. Second half starting. Team Canada is going to try and squelch that momentum that Australia's built up.
Yeah, everything he said. Jumping back in here. I don't know. The Australian team is fired up a little more. They're just they're ready to go. They've come back. Canada, hopefully not in their heads about it. Hopefully they take a minute to breathe, be like, okay, readjust, see what they need to do. I don't think anyone's done anything bad.
No, not at all.
There's no like, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. It's just like these catches are connecting or they're not, and the throws are connecting or they're not. Like that, and like that. Oh, there we go.
Biron did get hit as she folded backward.
Got Tara in there.
Tara Skeller up. I think you alluded to this in the first half. Alex Young hasn't really been able to get going in this match. She's been suppressed by the Canadians, but she will be looking to carve out a path for herself.
Yeah, she's going to want to mess some people up. Great shots there, and that's exactly what she did. So once again, Alex Young leaving herself without the ball, choosing to pass it to teammate Gigi. And typically, the ball stays in the corner. If you pass it off, you switch.
Yep.
But she's there looking to, she wants to catch. She wants that catch.
We do see this sometimes, those outside corners deferring the ball to the player just one in from them, sometimes choosing to maybe pick a better matchup. Oh, Young missing while she throws toward O'Quinn.
4 Canadians on the court, all of them crouched down.
As is their coach, Vic.
Now Lisa Mora almost, I thought she walked herself out of bounds for a second. Her heels were up over the white line. If she had put them down, that would have been dangerous for her.
Right, good awareness on her part to
Yeah.
stay in there. Big shot from Latimer missing. These have been 3 of perhaps the most consistently solid performers for Australia still on the court. Young, Lee, and Latimer.
Oh, Lisa with that counter.
Yeah, she came out right as Latimer was starting her wind-up. Good timing from
that
Mora.
was really good timing. Australia has 5 balls now, and they're going to coordinate their attacks. I'm wondering if they're going for O'Quinn. They are missing. They still have 3 balls, so they left themselves with plenty of ammunition.
Yeah, and I'm quite sure we're going to see this most of the time from Australia, hanging on to 3, giving them the most defensive and counter-attacking options.
Oh, they went right over Alex Young's ball, right into her chest, putting the pressure, O'Quinn putting the pressure on Carolyn. Oh.
But I like what Lee did. As soon as, right as Alex was hit out, Lee was still right up and throwing. She wants to take advantage of every moment she can find. That ball is blocked.
Early celebration by the Canadian teams. I can see why they could see that from where they are.
Yeah, but it sounded like all ball to me.
Yeah, it was all ball. It was just like I can see why that from that angle, 80 feet across the gym. You might think.
Yeah, but from 200 feet away and a different angle.
Yeah, and a different angle. It's all about the angles.
Lee doing a great job taking out Pinette.
Yeah, she's getting back. I mean, she knows that Quinn and Lisa are both putting on the pressure.
Lee,
she's got to watch both her corners. They're drawing her attention. Very smart strategy, of course, dodgeball strategy. They're timeout Canada, but they're drawing Lee's attention from both sides. So Lee's got herself in the corner, so she has better ability to see both of them and keep them both in her peripherals. And when she moves up and up towards the middle to get closer to O'Quinn, then she puts herself at risk as being hit by either O'Quinn or Mora, and no one's eyes move that way.
Yeah.
So your peripheral vision is not necessarily the best, and you have to split your focus, which is exactly what Canada wants her to do.
Yeah, Carolyn Lee knows that both O'Quinn and Mora have been very aggressive at times. They take those charges even before you've thrown and definitely after you've thrown. They'll let go shots from the back line. They both have powerful throws. Lee is well aware of that stuff. She is playing smart. She has converted a few of these one-on more than ones before, so very good blocker, very good at placing her shots and picking her moments. Team Australia, obviously, having a lot of faith in their long-time national team member, Carolyn Lee. I think she's a lot more calm than her sideline. The sideline is...
oh, yeah. She's a lot more calm than looking.
Oh, yeah. Inside, who knows?
A little shimmy. Wiggle, a little shimmy. She's pumped up now. Oh, no. Wow. What a fantastic placement by Mora. Carolyn's just like, look, it is what it is. I tried. High fives.
Australia, 4.
I mean, she's like, that's it. They made a great play. She's pumped. She's ready to go. Again, that little shimmy, she looks fired up. Went right to her position, not even taking time to, think about it.
Yeah, always important being able to shake these things off immediately. That was a great shot, right on the ankles, underneath the blocker ball.
So Australia opting to switch out. Tara is still in. Quick. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, it was a block. I was going to say block, and I thought she was running out. But no, great block, protection by Lynn Kirkpatrick.
And we see a couple of shots toward Fayad, one of those connecting.
A couple of balls from 2 angles going on Gigi. Claire put some pressure on O'Quinn over here, but she's got to keep her eye on her. She's got that little underhand. It's so fast. Oh, and Carolyn with that hit. Too powerful. O'Quinn could not hold on to the ball.
Not often seen at this level, but the disarms do happen because these throws are so good.
Yep. You try as hard as you can. You cannot scrunch or pinch the ball. Any excessive squeezing of the ball is a no-no. So,
I've seen some warnings handed out for that in this tournament.
Oh yes, there have been some excessive scrunching. Oh, the ref is calling her safe. Shauna was like, I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, when in doubt, look toward the ref.
And
if you play in a league without refs, find a different league.
I mean, honestly. I mean, the refs are not there to police you. They're there for those moments exactly, where you're like, wait, I just fell to the ground and I felt the ground hit me, and I'm not sure if I also felt the ball hit me. Oh, great shot by Claire onto Lisa Mora.
Yeah, Claire Latimer introducing me to Vegemite yesterday.
Oh, I wish we got that on Instagram. I wish we got that on the gram.
She had some gluten-free Vegemite with her.
Oh gosh.
She spread a
That's
large
two
amount,
strikes.
large amount out on a piece of bread for herself, a little bit for me. We cheersed it. She enjoyed hers a lot more than I enjoyed mine.
Oh gosh.
I don't even know how to describe the taste. It's kind of like if you had really, really salty raisins and made a paste out of it.
All the Australians at home laughing at you right now, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And
I'll allow it.
But she lost me at the gluten-free.
Jake loves his gluten. We do love Claire Latimer. Amazing Claire. Such a wonderful person,
I love Claire more than I love gluten.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot, actually.
That is bold.
Yeah, bold statement. Claire, uncharacteristically following her ball there, making sure it connected with Shauna, leaving herself very vulnerable to the corner.
Yeah, Pinette seizing the chance. Latimer also has that big follow-through sometimes when she really steps into a throw. Big grab.
Grab by Tara, taking out O'Quinn. Or is that Shauna? Sorry, that's Shauna. Shauna Rowe. And getting hit, but her sacrifice was not in vain.
That's still a +1 as she brings back Fayad. And that shot.
Carolyn's pumped. She's pumped now. She's like, let's do this.
Yeah, that is what counts as reckless exuberance for Carolyn Lee.
Yep. Samantha Holcomb looked so insanely concerned for that face shot. She had her hand over her mouth. So sweet, so innocent, so young, so naive. No kidding.
And I think
Score, Canada 5, Australia 5.
part of that would be because Pinette, one of those rare players who plays wearing glasses, and they were knocked off.
Oh, she wears glasses.
She does.
That's right. She's not even wearing sport goggles, is she?
No, I'm pretty sure that's just.
Oh, that terrifies me.
I know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Safety equipment is important, as with any sport. Knee pads, when Malaysian men play without knee pads, I can't believe it, and glasses scare me as well, because you're gonna get hit. It's a contact sport.
No contact lenses for her apparently, but I do know some people can't wear them. But we do need to be able to see while we play. So
Gigi's got her goggles there. You can get prescription sport goggles.
a few different options.
This is my
big shots.
Big shots. Oz team is fired up, but they got to watch it because they're putting them right in the pockets. And the Canadian women have been catching those shots earlier on in the game.
And another
Lisa
couple of
dodging
connections.
herself out of bounds. Did she get hit as well? Did you see if Lisa got hit as well? I know she landed out of bounds.
I admit I was watching O'Quinn. 2 balls found her, 1 popping up. O'Quinn couldn't get to it for the chance at a catch. Here Holland now against 5.
Nice little bend there. Obviously she's going to go for the catch. The Australian women would be smart to not take any single shots here.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yep, block it, get those 4 balls, and throw all 4 of them right at her.
And we know part of what Biron's trying to do there with that throw is maybe stop one person from throwing and just deal with one shot coming in.
Wow, that
Great
bend,
control.
back bend.
And the core strength to come back up. She takes a shot point blank, the second one.
Oh, Holcomb lines herself up. There was no one to protect her. And I mean, she did go for that catch. She lined herself up for it. Was not able to keep it going.
Young. Yeah, I don't think she's going to take that. No need to. Get that extra ball for her team.
Oh, wow. Taking out Gigi. Bringing it quickly down to 1-on-5 to 1-on-3.
Fayad, who's a capable catcher. That ball placed just outside of her reach.
3 strong, accurate arms here, though. This is going to be hard. Wow, that back bend is crazy.
I'm going to practice that.
Yeah, me too, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, right after I go to the gym. I'll start on Monday.
Yeah. I have not gone to the gym during this trip in Cancun, even though there is one in my hotel.
I have not gone to my hotel at this trip in Cancun because I have been glued to the action. And there it is. The distraction, the hit. She had fantastic play. Just under 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Australia takes the lead, but it's still a tight game. It is in back and forth all game.
Yeah, you could see Young just watching what Bihan did after Latimer takes the shot. Young placing it perfectly. Australia with a lead for the first time in a while, 6-5.
Oh, and the shot on Rowe, right over her ball, into her head. Got to adjust her headband. It almost took the headband off.
Yeah, Rowe looks to be fine, but that is a good start for Team Australia. Oh, across court finding Young.
That's Young. It is interesting to me that Alex likes to be in that corner without a ball with someone next to her. I don't like that. If I'm in the corner, I want the ball. And if I don't have the ball, I want to be in the other position, you know? Oh, Claire being caught on the counter.
And so we see Team Canada now with the player edge. 5-on-4. We see that windmill coming in toward Lee. Retaliates, and I think she's shot Berkeley down.
Yep, O'Quinn-mill.
And if both of them are on the court, it's the O'Twin-mill. Canada, we see that low shot coming in, and a follow from Mora connects.
Mora connecting on Skellerup.
Skellerup's name is just fun to say.
Skellerup. It's
That
like
should
level up. Skellerup.
That should be the Australian cheer.
That should be up.
And that counter from Mora goes all the way across onto Lee.
Lee almost had that one. It just looked like it just came in at a little different speed, I think, than she was expecting.
Team Canada 4 strong. They go toward Fayad.
Great block by Gigi.
Yep. Still in it.
She had 2 balls in front of her.
And Team Canada on the defensive with just one. Mora does this a lot. Comes out in front.
And connect by Holcomb.
It is hard to stay alive in those situations. Mora one of the best at it, but she's got some really good throwers across from her.
Yep. We've got both O'Quinns in. Yes.
One of them taking out Gigi Fayad. One on 3.
I like the ball shagging style of WDBF, as in you can push a ball out of bounds so your shaggers can get it, hold it, and feed it to you when needed. I really enjoy that aspect of the game. The ball retrievers are just as much a part of the team and need to train with the team as both teams' ball retrievers have.
Yeah, I mean, you can see for Australia, 2 of them are literally members of the team. They are women's national team roster members who are wearing the ball retriever jersey right now.
And the other one, the husband of Captain Claire.
Oh, right.
Ian Latimer.
Who,
Score, Canada 6, Australia 6.
Yeah, Mr. Latimer there, he apparently grew up in Canada, at least for the first 7 or so years of his life.
Ooh.
He's convinced Claire to join an ice hockey team once this whole event's done, because, hey, why not? Another sport.
Why not? Why not? Why not dominate that sport? Why not make sure all our free time is taken up?
To be clear, they do live in Australia. A lot of ice rinks there, I'm sure.
I was like, where are they going to find ice?
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Tara with the hit. Tara's been a very powerful player this tournament. Very strong arm.
You hear the uncomplicated Australia chant from the sideline. A little less elaborate than some of the cheers that they've come up with in the past.
Is that what they were cheering? Come on, you guys can't let me down at this stage in the tournament.
Yeah.
You can't let me down with your cheers. They need to be elevated.
I need to be elevated, so I want to hear those cheers elevated.
Exactly. Great fakes, putting everybody up, making sure. Oh, all right.
Maybe a graze of the hair.
Yeah, that little clap though. We don't need to see any of that.
Oh, Kirkpatrick hit. And the team catch.
Oh, wait. She's up. They're waiting to see because she doesn't believe it's a catch. She's waiting to make sure. At least there's no clapping.
Yeah, we see the referees they do want to talk about it, make sure that they agree on the call. So they do tell the sidelines from both teams to just kind of back off until they've had a chance to talk. So we've got that huddle of referees, refinery of referees. Catch is confirmed.
Catch is confirmed. Catch is confirmed.
I thought it looked like a clean one from up here.
It looked like a clean one, but again, Tara's not going to take that chance and just walk off the court.
No, for sure. If you have doubt, it is worth checking with the referees. Carolyn Lee very close to that back line.
Too close for my comfort.
She's fine though. She knows what she's doing.
She really does. Nice counter, nice attempt by Claire. Right into her pocket though.
Yeah, we've seen Biron make a bunch of those kinds of catches.
Carolyn's going to do the same thing. She's going to like throw and set herself up, square herself up for those catches.
Yeah,
she's going to look cool AF doing it.
Fully capable with throws or with catches.
They made it right. That was a good play by O'Quinn. She did it right in the right time. Had she
Score, Canada 7, Australia 6.
She caught Caroline in the 0.05 seconds a day. She's vulnerable, and that's right as she threw. And even then, it's risky because she's generally ready for it. But they've been really good. Canada's been really good at hitting her right in that moment.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what you should do when you have the player advantage. Just when that defensive player comes out of their defensive posture, you got to attack.
Yep. 7-6 Canada over Australia with 6.5 minutes left on the clock. This is neck and neck. Anything can happen. Everything has.
These women fighting for a bronze medal. It is the only medal either of them are going to be able to contest for at this point, so nobody wants to go home empty-handed.
Taking out O'Quinn, Gigi taking out O'Quinn, Lane Kirkpatrick as well on her way to the outline. This will also resolve the long-standing... I'll stop. I had a joke and I lost it.
Biron hit out. We have just under 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to go. 3 on 6 I can easily change with the catch. Oh, I thought Gigi was going to take it, and so did Shauna, and I think she was way too ready for it.
And Canada holding the line aggressively, making Australia take it away from them. Latima's throw.
Powerful.
Yep. She told me it's basically a tennis serve. That's what she grew up playing a lot of.
And a catch.
Team catch.
Team catch. And out, catching out.
Yeah, that is Mora's ball. That was popped up off the block. Latima getting a good bounce, and Carolyn Lee connecting with the catch, but also, unfortunately, hit out.
I mean, they took the counter, they did what they could, but she caught it and had control of it before. Oh, Alex Young was like, okay, you know what? I need to do what I do.
Yeah.
And that's light people up. And that's what Claire just did. There we go. Australia tying it back up.
Australia. Score. Canada 7. Australia 7.
5 minutes left. 7-7. Every move, every count, every little thing counts. Any little thing can make a difference right now. The coaches are talking to the referees about something, trying to make sure that the rules are being followed. I'm sure they're just asking how the ref's day is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a bit of water, maybe some lemonade.
Yeah, it's important to do that. Check in on the refs every now and then. It is a thankless, horrible job.
Skeller up, hit out. Both teams playing a bit more defensively on the rush this time. Team Canada with the early hit. They're going to try and reestablish a lead, I'm sure. Latima with a good block. And Team Australia's turn to throw. They got 4 balls in hand. They step up. Not a lot of faking business that time. They just took a couple of shots.
Again, Alex giving the ball to Gigi to do that almost corner.
Yeah.
Some great dodging by Samantha. Getting those balls. with no bounce back here, you're pretty much safe. If you can dodge the balls, then you can collect them for your. Oh, and Gigi with the catch, a hit on Sean O'Quinn, a catch, and a catch on the Canadian side as well. So kind of a trade there.
Yeah.
5 players on each court. That was like a shift and a shift, and a hit.
Yeah, so Latimer heading out as it looked like she signaled it got her fingers on the attempted block. Rowe throws.
Does not connect. Tara, sculler up.
She's going to be part of that huddle in the middle. Middle players share the plan with their corners. Attacked from Canada, but Pinette hit out.
Canada was ready for it, and they take out number 15.
Team Yellow, I'm going to call them, because those jerseys are vibrant.
Vibrant, like their souls.
Yeah. Australia once again huddling up. We'll see if Canada chooses to go offensive again. Nope. Mora defends herself just well.
She goes to take it. Tara also protecting Carolyn as she waits for that ball. Lisa Mora hesitant to take the shot. Smart, because Tara had a great ability to counter her. Australia with 4 balls, 4 on 4, 7 on 7. Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Anything can happen.
This is so close.
Oh, and that was so close. Oh, and the catch! And the catch. So Shauna Rowe out, and Lisa with a catch. I mean, a catch on Lisa. It's leaving 2 on 5, but again, anything can turn it around. If Canada gets a catch, they can turn this entire game around.
There we go.
Oh, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. It's like, what do? You slow it down and then try to get this win, but that would be silly. Oh, I'm going to stop talking.
Well, I don't think you can afford to ease up at all right now.
2 minutes is a long time in Dodgeball World.
Yeah, both of the Canadian players, good throws, good catchers. We've seen both of them making some grabs in this match. Not that time, though. O'Quinn couldn't find it. That ball backed up a little faster than she did.
Yep. Sade, though, with those catches, you better watch it. She better watch it. She's bound to.
She's got a good throw.
Great, and there we go. She knew she was going to take Caroline with her. She was hoping to get under that other ball. That was a very smart play. She threw it and immediately went flat. At that point, though, Alex was ready.
And you can see on the replay, as Berkeley went low, she did get hit.
Smart is all she could do. She needed to take that counter and to get as little as possible, give them. But again, Alex waited and then took that shot, because coming back up from that position is really hard.
Yeah.
Unless you're like on one of those players who can do those push-up jumps.
Yeah.
Which I still don't understand that. 1 minute, 40 seconds on the clock. 8-7 Australia over Canada. I bet Canada's going to look to play this fast on the rush. Each team is going to try to connect. Anything can happen. Oh, they didn't. I was completely wrong again. I have never played dodgeball in my life, apparently. Yeah. I have no business telling the audience at home what the teams are going to do. Great look by Claire, missing, but that was a good look. Barely missing.
And even though time is winding down, we've got 1 minute and 15 or so to go. Canada does not need to tie it up before regulation ends. It will go to sudden death at 0 seconds, and then Canada will have a chance to force a tie and overtime. Australia, of course, will just be looking to put it away and to return to their bronze medal ways from last year.
If Australia, yeah, exactly. Ooh, everything's just flying by everybody.
Close calls, but great dodges out of the Team Australia.
A minute of no hits, 45 seconds left. Oh, and a catch, and a catch, and a catch.
Yeah, Latimer's ball snared by Jess O'Quinn. Team Canada with that early advantage. Young's shot.
Oh, and a hit. So bring it down to Claire, Gigi. Oh, see, 4 on the Australian side, 5 on the Canada side.
There is a discussion.
There's a discussion. Captain Ryan Watson is very upset about something. I didn't see. I actually looked at my phone. We got a question. Huh? It's going to be a warning. Any idea, any insight as to what happened there?
Yeah, I think we may see a warning. Captain Jess O'Quinn was talking quite a bit with Coach Ryan Watson.
It was a block that looked like it could have gone on the foot, and I think O'Quinn was pointing. None of that. None of that.
No.
This is not what this sport is about. And as we grow, I know we're going to see some of that, but not as long as I live or have anything to do with it. We are a sport founded based in our foundation is based on integrity and honor system. And this is a community. How we've grown so much is that we are a community. And if we start to lose that aspect, then in all honesty, we lose ourselves. So she's coming in.
Yeah, we see the officials talking.
Keeping your arm warm there, it almost looked like she was ready to fight. I was like, what are you doing, girl? No, but she's just running her arm around trying to... And there's an exchange between the captains.
And part of what is difficult here, of course, for both teams is that with just over a minute left, with a 1-point match hanging in the balance, obviously tensions can be a little high. And we'll see if there's a clear look at what happened.
15 seconds. Tensions run high. Ryan Watson giving his version of the story.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see from the camera angle very clearly what happened, but the referee is still talking. The members of each team have been removed from that huddle for now. See Coach Gravilli talking.
We have a man on the inside there looking to get us the info as soon as he can. By the way, we will keep you informed as we go.
We won't tell you who it is. We'll just say that he's there. Stealthy.
And he's gorgeous. Is that a hint? Did I say too much?
Don't blow his cover. Don't blow his cover.
His or her.
Oh yeah,
or
right,
her.
right.
It's early.
Yeah, it is early, although
No, they're bringing them back in again.
Yeah, the teams are summoned back into the huddle.
I think they're taking this time instead of momentum. I think both teams, the referees here, would like to really want them to talk out their issues and work on things together. I think they're unpacking a lot of stuff here. The two of them, there, Ian is asking, just a little bit about O'Quinn's childhood, a little bit about Warren Watson's childhood, and trying to see where they can connect and understand each other as human beings.
Yeah, but there's a catch signal.
I think they're definitely explaining something with lots of hand gestures.
Yeah.
Everything is lots of gestures.
And in the background, the men's teams from both of these countries are warming up. They will be playing on this main court following the conclusion of this match. Both teams are finding ways to stay warm because that was a long huddle, and with so much back and forth, it can be jarring to go from action in both directions to that long discussion between the referees and the sidelines. After all is said and done, it looks like we've got 4-on-4. Canada and Australia. This is a crucial set in this match. Rowe coming up and faking. We see it's Mora taking.
Oh, wow. Just barely. Oh. O'Quinn is out and issues a warning for pointing. That was what happened was O'Quinn was out and there was a warning issue for pointing. It is no blocking. Canada needs to win this in order to tie it up and force them into overtime. There are 4 Canadians on the court. There are 3 Australians on the court. There are 2 commentators on the edge of our seats, and a whole audience at home watching with bated breath. It is like 2 a.m. in Australia. They are pumped. It is oh my
Big
God!
shot.
Great shot by Rowe. Failure to connect by Mora. Gigi and Alex playing it nice and calm. There's no block. Oh, Gigi goes for the catch. She reaches, but it's again no block, and Alex likes to light people up. Can she do it? Lisa's going to go for it. Oh, nope, Lisa's not going to go for it.
Just drives her back. Team Canada now at 3. Young on her feet and ready.
Alex with the counter. O'Quinn looking to take it, but she does not.
I'm surprised. O'Quinn often does like to take those from that range.
Smart, because Alex is ready. She's hungry for it. She's thirsty for it. She wants that catch.
Canada makes it happen.
Canada brings it to overtime. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Score. Canada 8. Australia 8.
Woo! So what that means to you guys at home is there are 4 minutes. Oh my! Hold on. There are 4 minutes on the clock. It is a regular game play, 4-minute overtime. But at the end of that 4 minutes is what I want to ask about. I'm going to get a rules clarification on that because I believe there's something different at the end of this 4 minutes.
I think it just goes back to sudden death at that point.
Does it just go back into sudden death over? When does the sudden death like one-on-one happen? Does that ever happen? Nope, never mind, I'll stop.
That must be a WeHo thing.
Not like one-on-one, but I mean like as far as the next person who gets hit. Showdown! I love Showdown, it's so much fun. But there, I was under the impression that at some point it got to a point where the next person hit was out. I could be completely wrong. I watch a lot of dodgeball in a lot of different regions of the world, and I mix things up a lot. Surprise, audience at home.
Yeah, we've got 4 minutes of regular play in this overtime period. Then we'll go to sudden death if need be. 8-8. This is the winner takes all point. Coach Watson, I think, took a timeout.
Yeah, he needs to talk to his team. He needs to get everyone focused. O'Quinn is... Are both the O'Quinns in?
They are?
They are. So one of them with a warning. I can tell them apart when I'm not 300 feet away.
Yeah,
As
I mean...
of now, I think I see Jess to the right there, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I got it.
Our right. I think that's also camera right this time. Jess O'Quinn, number 10.
She's got the captain's badge.
She is the captain this year. Her sister Jack O'Quinn, number 18. Identical twins, although, yeah, if you play with them or meet them enough, you will learn to tell the difference. Both sidelines trying to urge on their teams. At the moment, those Canada cheers are louder, but I think we know the Australia chants are going to retaliate.
Cool. Again, just a regular, normal, all normal rules apply right now. It's essentially a new 4-minute bonus half. Oh my goodness. Anything can happen. Taking Australia with the first kill on Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, the first throw happens to her, and Australia with the 6-on-5 edge.
Oh, if this is how we're going to start the day off, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end, honestly.
Yeah, this is only the first of 4 medal matches today.
All of them promising to be super tight, close games.
2 shots missing.
The way Alex Young stands there in the corner sometimes, like, she looks like, why don't I have a ball in my hands yet?
That is, Holcomb is actually out, my mistake.
Oh, Holcomb is out.
And we see Latimer hit as well, but...
Taking out Rowe, taking out... Oh, and Shauna pointing at something.
Well, everybody needs to keep their cool here.
Yeah.
Channel any frustration you have into those throws. We see one towards Skellerup.
I think so. We're clearly seeing Canada get in their heads right now. They're very frustrated because what they think they're seeing is possibly not what's happening, or maybe it is, but they are letting it affect them. And I think that's what's going to give Australia this game.
Threatens to right now. Australia on the verge of the bronze medal. It is just O'Quinn remaining, staying active on her feet.
And Australia takes the bronze. Australia takes the bronze medal in overtime, and wow, it's I mean, it's a cerebral game, and you need all your focus, you need all your attention, and frustrations ran high, and it got to the Canadians. I'm so sorry that y'all are gonna hate me for saying it, but you can watch it back yourselves if you'd like.
Final score: Canada 8, Australia 9. Australia wins.
Australia wins the bronze for the 2nd year in a row against Canada. Oh boy, that was a fantastic match of dodgeball. Fantastic catching on the Canadian women's side. They were just gobbling everything up. Great perseverance on the Australian side. Just every time Canada took a game, they really worked for it. They had to struggle. Canada just gave them the biggest fight. I thought the U.S. gave them a good fight yesterday. But
I mean, you mentioned it, Canada with some of those clutch catches, but Team Australia with some excellent shot placement. They were able to get those balls just outside of the catching zones for a lot of those Canadian women and earn those grazes, earn those shots through difficult blocking scenarios, and they are rewarded with a bronze medal.
From the Canada team, what a great tournament!
Give it up for Canada!
Congratulations, Canada!
Give it up for Canada at home, everybody. I want to hear you clapping. I want to hear you clapping. I want to feel it in my heart, and I'd like to feel. I can already feel the love from Australia. Congratulations, Australia.
Give a big applause from the Australian team. Congratulations!
Just such a great.
And after all that, we are going to see these same countries clash again in the men's division. The men from Canada and Australia warming up on the far courts. You will be able to see that match right here on the stream shortly. I believe we are going to be aiming to kick that off. Maybe a slight delay. Original scheduled time is 10:30 Eastern. But yeah, we'll be back for that. We are going to take a short break for now. So tune back in soon. In the meantime, Jake and I will be with you for a whole bunch of this day.
Coffee, Bill. I got to go fight Bill Fisher. He's drinking my coffee. So
Wow.
I will be back. I will be caffeinated, and there will be blood. I cannot wait for the next matches. My heart's racing a million miles an hour, at least 5 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, they're basically the same, yep.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned.
Take care.